that you're in. An ESL class. ESL classes that are provided by schools like this one, Hamtramck Public Schools. Dearborn has ESL classes. Many school systems have ESL classes. They're part of the community educational system. And when you sign up for this, you pay $10 just to sign up. It's a sign-up fee. There is no tuition. But just to remind people that if you go to a college and take an ESL class to learn English, to speak English, you pay for it. You pay tuition, and it's expensive, but it doesn't go toward your degree. It's just something extra that you need to learn. So this is kind of a good benefit that the school district has, and I'm very proud of it, and it's helped. We have had many hundreds of people come through here. And then if they want to go to college, when they're ready and have the good English language skills to be in class, then that's a different matter. One of the things that we do every day, we do our weather, and we also talk about the news in general, world news, what's going on. What's big in the news today? Pardon? Happened last night. Yeah. More floods.
Floods?
Yeah.
Where?
Yes.
California?
Yeah. Floods from heavy rain. And more rain is expected, and so if you're in California, you will see these signs up all over. Warnings. What is a warning? Danger. Watch out. This sign you will see here in Michigan from time to time. What is road closure?
Closed.
Closed. Can't get through. The road ahead, in front of you, is closed. Yeah. For any reason. Accident, flood, anything. Yeah. Road closure. I saw one Saturday. There was a big problem with the road, so they put up a sign, red sign, road closure ahead. Means turn around or you have trouble.
Big storm.
Big storm.
Yeah.
So what else is in the news? How about some good news? Floods, that's not good news. Now let's give you some good news.
Inflation?
What?
Inflation?
What about inflation?
Goes up?
Is it going up or going down?
Up.
What's that?
It's going down.
Down? Like what? Gasoline?
inflation, the cost of things. For the past year, the price has been
Up.
going up.
Down.
And now, inflation,
Down.
instead of going up this fast, it's going up like this. That's normal. Slight inflation. Usually from year to year to year, the cost of things goes up a little bit. But inflation
Is less.
is less. Yeah. The increase in price is not as much. Yeah. So that's good news, but something else that affects us here, anyone here working a job? Anyone here have a job?
Yeah. And
Well,
Employment is up. Jobs are available.
there are jobs. Is that good news or bad news? Yeah, I've been here a long time. I've been my whole life, almost my whole life in Michigan, and there have been times when unemployment, what is unemployment? No jobs. Unemployment was 20%. That means layoff.
Yeah.
Yep. Companies close the doors, that's it. Out of business. So today, people, there are jobs. And that's good news. One more thing. It has to do with inflation. Borrowing money. What does that mean, to borrow money?
Give me money. And
Lend money.
lend money.
So, if Thackeray says, we'll pick on you, Thackeray. Thackeray says, lend me $5.
Yeah.
So I say, oh, okay, I give him $5. Then
Then I
he pays me back how much? What? I'm going to lend him $5, then he pays me back, what does he give me? What? $7? No.
$5.
He pays me back $5. Yes.
Yeah.
But if you go to a bank, that's called,
Benefit.
well,
Interest.
Interest on borrowed money.
that's called a what?
Loan.
Loan. If I go to the bank to borrow money, it's called a bank loan. Loan. Yeah. Bank loan. They charge interest. If I buy a new car, brand new car, I'm not buying it from a friend. A new car, I just heard somebody the other day saying that a new car costs brand new car What is this number?
32,000.
32,000. Yes. Remember, in the paper, when you look at prices, they'll often say this.
Yeah, 32,000.
Means this. That K is a symbol
Thousands.
for 1,000. Yeah. So he didn't have enough money. Uh-oh.
Give to bank.
He had to go get a loan
Give them all.
from the bank. So
$15,000.
Seven
Loan.
loan.
At 7%.
7%. So over, I think it was 4 or 5 years. So when he buys this car for 32,000, by the time he buys it, it's going to cost him close to $40,000 in money that he has paid out. So that's because of inflation and high interest price today. Same thing with buying credit. If you buy on credit card and you don't pay it off, uh-oh, interest.
Interest, yeah.
Interest, yeah. So, interest on credit cards is way too high. I don't have a lesson for this, but I want to talk a little bit about this before we get started with this, our grammar piece, but many of my students don't come on Thursday. They, for whatever reason, Thursday is a slow day in my class. But we all know that next Monday is what?
Martin Luther
Oh.
Day.
Martin Luther.
Martin?
Luther King.
Yeah. You will see these initials a lot here in Detroit area.
Martin Luther
Wow.
King.
That's his name,
$10,000.
Martin Luther King. Yeah. And this is interesting because we've talked about this last fall, but I'll remind you.
Dr. King.
Dr. King. Well, was he a medical doctor?
No.
No.
No. This doctor, this is the initials for doctor, but we know that this word doctor you often see as a title for people
So much money. Smith. So much money. Smith. How much money?
Medicine. Medicine.
medical doctor. Medical doctor, yes. But we have to remember that this DR, doctor, stands for doctorate degree. So Martin Luther King was not a medical doctor, but he went to school for many years to study theology. What is theology? Theology.
See a lot.
That's a study of, my handwriting gets worse and worse.
Yeah, Maggie. Study of
Religion.
Study of religion. Yes. He was very learned man in religion. What is religion?
Muslim.
What?
Christian.
Religion is the study of our belief system. And so there, in the world, we have how many religions? Many. And
Firstly. He was a person,
Of a church.
all of
Of a church.
of a church. What is a church?
Temple.
We have many different names for places where people go to pray and to worship. So the one most of you are most familiar with is a mosque. But there are also temples, churches, synagogues, cathedral, many different names. So he was the pastor. That means he's the leader. The leader of the church. And so, well, you have to remember, in the United States, we had
they collaborate.
what's this word?
Civil.
Civil.
Civil. Civil rights.
Civil rights movement. You give
Equal.
equal
Rights
rights to
all.
To all. What does that mean? Civil rights.
rights.
Civilization. The people. All of us.
Staff.
All the people. Civil rights. Rights that people have. Like in the Constitution, all people are created equal. Civil rights. But there was a problem. Some people could live some places and not someplace else. Some people could work someplace, but not somewhere over here. Some people could go to a restaurant, but not everyone. So in the United States, for many, many years, there were two systems, one bathroom, another bathroom. Some people had to use this one. And it was all through the country by law. And the civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s said, this is wrong. And Martin Luther King was a spokesperson, a very famous spokesperson for this. Equal rights. Everyone should be treated fairly and properly. No discrimination based on your religion, your color, your belief systems. All people should be treated equally. Makes sense to me, but you have to remember in the 1960s, many people had a different view of that. They wanted things the way they were. You have to remember that in the United States, when we talk about the southern states, if you were a person of color, you went to this school, and if you were a person who was white, you went to this school. And if they couldn't decide whether you were white or not white, you were discriminated against. People of brown and black skin, discriminated against. They couldn't live places, they couldn't work places, and their kids could not go to school. So he was a very famous civil rights leader, and something happened.
Was shot.
He was shot
He was shot.
and killed.
He killed?
He was killed,
He was killed?
yes. A bullet. The word for that is assassinated. When you kill a leader of a country or leader of a group, a very important person, they call it assassination. So, the whole United States was very sad. Many people hated him, but most people thought he was a very good person. And you have to remember that his behavior then still lives with us today, because the other piece of news this was in the news.
No, right?
Nurses,
No,
Nurse.
nurses.
Nurses or music.
And
Music. Are you strong?
What's that?
Music.
New York City, NYC, very famous initials.
New York on
Streets.
strike.
What does that mean? On strike.
No one.
Arafat,
Is
What?
this one the...
I'm not working.
No, yeah, no.
I'm staying home. I'm going to say, give us equal pay, equal treatment. The nurses in the hospitals. So if you have relatives in New York City, anyone here have relatives in New York?
No.
I do. My niece lives in New York. My brother and sister-in-law live in New York. The hospitals don't have nurses right now because they're on strike. Why? Why would they go on strike? Why would nurses help people?
So many people.
But why Why would they say, I'm not working? Why?
People, life.
What?
You need more money?
That's one reason.
or money, pay.
Better working
4 by 3 working.
conditions.
What does that mean? Working conditions.
Too much money.
It's not the money. This one is not the money. This is money.
Yeah.
This is, what's it like at your work? Do you have break time? Do you have too much work?
Yeah.
You can't finish. So this is the major reason why they are going on strike.
Safe.
It's not safe. They're saying
Organization.
conditions here are not safe.
Not safe.
Yeah. So that's why they're on strike. So what does that have to do with Martin Luther King?
Working conditions.
Never
What is it?
Short. Was.
supporting, never time.
He was in Memphis, Tennessee, speaking out for workers, saying, these workers are not being treated fairly, which was true. And some people did not like that. And a man took a gun and killed him. That's a little bit simplified, but he was supporting workers. And you have to remember that in the United States, the labor movement, like here in Hamtramck, Detroit, Michigan, the labor movement has had a long history in allowing people to be able to live where they wanted and to get good pay, till they could buy a house, so on and so forth. But it wasn't always that way. Many of them had to go on strike to do that. So that's a very short lesson on Martin Luther King. And you will see his name a lot in Detroit. There's Martin Luther King Boulevard. You will see that. When you see that, you'll understand that there's a history to that. He visited Detroit in the 1960s, and I did see him. Very interesting man. So that's why Monday is a special holiday for an important person. I'm trying to find a good movie video that we can walk to explain better than I can. Maybe I'll see if I can bring that in. Each of you have people in your own country that you came from that have done things like him. His role model, Martin Luther King's role model, was the Indian civil rights leader Mahatma Gandhi. Do you remember Gandhi?
Yeah.
Who was a peaceful man, non-violent protest. Sit-down strike, no violence, and was mostly focused on getting the British to leave India. Some things he did right, some things he didn't work through. But he was a very important man still today. So let's take a look here at this lesson for today. Arafat, did you get this morning? Auni, did you get this one?
This is for yesterday?
For today.
No.
Some people got when they came in.
Yesterday they were not finished.
We'll leave that one for right now. Let's do this one together.
Okay.
Okay? We have lots of. Okay, the females one. You need one? Rami, do you know Abdullah? Over here? Your friend? One, two, three. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm not signing. Yeah.
Everyone sign in? Let's take a look here. This one and this one have the word to in it. But it goes with this word. I want to sleep. I like to read. I like to drive. I like to eat. These are not places we're going to, it's things that we do. Those are verbs. This one is a place. So, for example,
I go to the doctor, door.
I go to the door. In this case, we have a the in there. I go to the door. That's called a preposition. It shows us a relationship of movement to something else. Point to the board. To the board. It's a place, the board. But this one,
I want to sleep.
I go to sleep.
I like to
I
read.
want to read.
So, what does this mean?
I want to sleep. Hey, good.
What do you want?
Sleep.
Sleep.
I like.
What do you like?
Read. Read.
Reading or reading, yes. It's a thing. It becomes an infinitive with that too. So I hear a lot, sometimes people leave this out in their conversation or talk. So we'll practice this so that we get used to being able to use it and understand it. Take a look here, and on page 6, up at the top, you'll see it says goal, obstacle, and then possible solutions. The first category, goal, what is a goal?
Aim.
Aim, what you want,
What do you mean?
what you want to achieve. What is an obstacle?
Problem.
That's the problem.
Problem.
And
Things difficult.
the next category is possible solutions. What does that mean, solution? To solve it, to fix the problem. And what does possible mean?
Able.
Possible means maybe this one, maybe this one.
Yeah.
Not sure. So, we'll look here, it says, the goal is help my husband with money, not enough time is the problem, possible solutions, work part-time, get help with the children. So now we're going to read this and see how this has been put into language written form. So let's start here with, pardon? Why, are you volunteering?
Yeah.
Zachary?
Yeah.
What does that mean, volunteer?
Help.
Volunteer help and
help.
help people.
Go ahead.
Can I read?
Yes.
My goal is to get a job to help me husband with money, but I have an obstacle. Time it will be.
Hold on. Take a look.
Time.
Time.
It says, I have an obstacle,
Yeah.
but notice that's not a period.
Come.
It's called a colon. And it means that it's going to tell you, the next word is going to explain what came before. Keep going.
It will be difficult because I have to take care of the children and the house. One solution is to work part-time while my children are in school. Another solution is to ask me mother to help take care of the children. I know if we all work together, we can make it happen.
Very good. Okay, notice there are a lot of these infinitives in here with to. The first one, on the first line, by the way, just a reminder, Fekri, try to notice this.
Me,
Mine.
Mine. Easy to mistake. Mine. Take a look at the first line. My goal is to get. That's the first infinitive.
Go get.
My goal is to get. The next one is to help. You should probably underline these as we go through. Just circle or underline so we find them. Next line, it will be difficult because I have to take care of. I'm going to put the whole phrase on there because to take care of is an expression. We know the word take. We usually think of take as, oh, I'm going to take a pencil. But this is an expression. Take care of.
Pick up.
It means help somebody else. So for example, if you're a parent, mother or father, you take care of your children. If you have a car, you take care of your car. If you have a house, you take care of your house. You're in charge of it. You're the one who's responsible for doing something. It's an expression. To take care of.
To what?
Next one. One solution is to work. Again. To work.
To ask me.
To ask my mother.
my mother.
To help. See that? Another to help.
Together. Work together.
Together is a one word.
Oh, yeah.
It's not an infinitive. Together means
Whole.
Yeah.
the whole thing, yes.
That's it.
That's it. Let's look down at the bottom. You'll see some examples that they put here. My goal is to get a job. One solution is to work. Another solution is to have. My dream is to own. And you'll notice that each one of these has something that connects to it. My goal is to get what? A job. One solution is to work. How much?
Part-time.
Part-time. Another solution is to have what? My mother's help. My dream is to own what? My own business. Let's take a look on the other side. And notice up here at the top, there is a box up at the top with some words. And you have to decide is or are based on the subject, and then the correct word that makes the most sense. Give it a try. I'm gonna go get the ink off my hands.